Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bird's Nest Designs. My name is Denise Cox, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Saskatchewan, Canada. And today I am here for my free card class this month. So I am so excited to have you join me. Say hello when you get here. Let me know where you're watching from. I love to know who's here in my craft room with me stamping. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Joan. Hi, Tracy. So Jennifer is asking, what did you name your kitten? Well, you know what? She's right here. She's being a bit of a pest, but she's right here. She's my stamping buddy. And I do think her name might be Chloe, but we're still not 100% sure. Isn't that terrible? I was kind of thinking Callie or Chloe, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So hello, Carol, Christina. Hi, Cindy and Tanya. Mary Jean, Kathy, Carol, Lori, Gail, Christina. Hello, hello. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so as I said, we have our nameless little kitty here. We're going to call her Chloe for now, but I don't know if that's going to stick or not. She is here with me because our other cat, Cleo, who is 7 months old, she is not quite certain of her yet, so I don't like to leave them alone. Sometimes they play, sometimes it doesn't go that well. So she's here with us. Hopefully, I'm going to put her down and she's going to stay on the ground and play with her toys or sleep in her bed. All right, so tonight we are going to be playing with one of the brand new online exclusives that launched at the beginning of the month, the Hearts of Elegance stamp set and the coordinating dies right here. These ones are so awesome, you guys, and I'm taking a little break for Christmas, and I'll tell you why in just a few minutes. Hello, Ina and Sonia. Hi, Rhonda. So we're going to play with this cute one. We're going to make kind of like a Valentine's theme class, but you could switch it up and make it into any kind of class you wanted to. So we're going to make 3 cards tonight. Let me tell you a little bit of the details if you didn't read the description of today's video. This is my free with a purchase class for November. If you place an order of $60 or more through my online store using the host code and the link or the link in my video here, I'm going to send you this card class for free. You're going to get to make 2 of each of the cards we make tonight. I will include all of the pieces you need except for stamped images, of course, which are against policy. I'm also going to give you the paper for, but not cut out the dies that go with the Hearts of Elegance bundle. So you will need this bundle to make the cards exactly as I am going to tonight. And let me tell you guys, they're so pretty. Why are we switching from Christmas in the middle of November? So here in Canada, our postal service has gone on strike, and I do not know how long it's going to last. And so I didn't want to give you guys a Christmas card class that you may not even get in time for Christmas. So this way, I can get the cards prepped and ready to go for you. And the minute the strike is over, I'll pop them in the mail, and then you'll have them in plenty of time to get your cards made for Valentine's Day. So I hope that makes sense. I'm really hoping and praying that the strike gets resolved quickly so that we can go on with business as usual, of course. But in the event that it doesn't, we just have to pivot and make adjustments, right? Hi, Beverly and Lynn. Welcome. Hi, Paula. Hi, Carol. All right, so the host code for today's class is on the screen today. It's also in the description. So be sure to check those out if you are interested in getting this class for free with your order if you live here in Canada. All right, anybody has any questions, let me know. I will go through the comments and answer. Hi, Tina. Hello, Marilyn and Jody. Welcome, everybody. So nice to see so many of you here this Tuesday evening. All right, so little kitty, we'll call her Cleo. Or no, we're not going to call her Cleo. That's my other cat. We're going to call her Chloe. See, that's why I'm afraid to use Chloe, because I feel like I'm going to get them mixed up, the names. Okay, she is pawing at the screen. So I'm going to flip the camera down and we're going to do some stamping. So let me flip the camera and turn on the lamp. There we go. We're going to move little kitty back down to her bed and see how long she stays there. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are going to be using the Hearts of Elegance bundle. And here is the beautiful stamp set. and get it out of the light. And then let me show you these dies because there are so many of them. So you get 2 sheets inside. Look at those beautiful dies. Now this one, you're going to see a lot tonight. This one is gorgeous. Okay, so I'm just reading Jennifer's comment. There is lots of dies with this beautiful stamp set. And of course, these ones up here, which we'll also use tonight, are going to cut out your images here. And this little heart right there cuts this one out. So lots of options, beautiful stamp set. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. So this Hearts of Elegance is also part of a suite. So it's a suite of products. And you get the Marbled Elegance Designer Series paper, which, oh my gosh, is stunning. You're going to see a bit of this tonight, but not all of it. So let me just share some of the beauty of this paper with you. So there is the back of that first sheet right there. I really need to cut smaller pieces for making this easier to show. And then on the back of that one, we have these beautiful stripes. You're also going to see those tonight. Hi, Bev. We've got this marble here with a beautiful hearts background. And then we've got this one, I think I already showed you. That was the stripes. Oh my gosh, you guys, this one's beautiful. Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, and gold. Perfect. So on the back of that is this really nice pink wash. And then we have another really stunning one with all that red and gold. And the back of that is a red wash. So lots of options. You guys see all the options with this beautiful paper. Lastly, this one, which has a bit more gold than the others. And on the back of that is this beautiful, I don't know if you want to call it like a leaf or a branch. All right, so there. And then we have this pink one again, which I already showed you. Okay, what do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this gorgeous paper. I am just going to tuck it back in the sleeve so I don't have it all over my desk for Kitty to make a mess of. All right, let's get started. So as I said, we're going to make 3 cards tonight. If you place your order using the host code, you're going to get all 3 of these and you'll get to make 2 of each. Okay, so first card we're going to start with. This one I cased from the catalog or from the online exclusives because I just thought it was absolutely beautiful and I really loved the uniqueness of it. So let me start with that one. I'm still finishing my evening coffee, so bear with me. The DSP is so pretty, you guys. I agree. All right, so here is your card kit. Now remember, I will cut out this piece for you from the Stylish Shapes, but I will not cut out all these little hearts, but you'll get the paper to do so yourself. So you'll need the bundle. Alrighty, so for this card, we need to have Basic Beige ink pad. I think this might be the first time I've actually used this one. And Pebbled Path. And then from the stamp set, oh my gosh, I forgot to get them on blocks here. Let me, bear with me. We are in the middle of a winter storm. Anybody else here in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, dealing with this crazy storm we're having right now? And so I've been a little distracted just watching this. My first one since we moved. Okay, so we've got the XOXO, and we're going to put that on a block right here. And what else do we need for this card? We need a sentiment for the middle, which we're going to use My Heart Belongs to You. Okay, you guys, she's coming back again, this little kitten. We may have to lock her out of the room because, yep, here she comes. You cannot have my coffee. Okay, back on the floor she goes. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do first. Oh, Gail, you only got a skiff. Oh, it has been going and going and blowing. Oh my goodness, so much snow and so much wind. Alrighty, so as I said, first winter storm here in Saskatchewan for me. And so I'm not used to this blowing wind, blowing the snow everywhere. Okay. So we're going to start with XOXO. I've got a piece of Basic Beige right here. Now your card class not only will get all the supplies to make the cards, but you'll also get a tutorial, a PDF tutorial that you can print out and follow along with too, along with links back to these videos. So I'm just going to take my ink and I'm just color on color, right? We're just going to stamp this randomly. And I like literally mean randomly. I'm not even going to think about this. We're just going to ink stamp. Don't make this into more than it needs to be. And I'm saying that for you and for me, because quite often I start trying to place things and get them just right. And that's not the look we're going for right now. So we're inking and stamping. Some off the page, that is intentional. I like it to look more. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So there is our XOXO all stamped over our basic beige piece here. What do you guys think of that? Isn't that neat? I love that stamp. I love the fonts they've used in this stamp set. Okay, on our banner, which is from Stylish Shapes, I've die cut this out of basic white. And I'm going to use Pebbled Path for the sentiment. And we're going to use My Heart Belongs to You. So again, this could be a Valentine's Day card. This could be an anniversary card. This could just be like, just because I love you card. I love sentiments like this. Okay, so we're going to stamp that in Pebbled Path. All right, fits perfectly onto that banner. When you're placing it, just make sure that you get your My Heart part close to the top dotted lines. That way you have room for your G and your Y to have their room on the label. All righty. So now what we'll do is we'll take our basic beige card. We're going to fold it in half. Grab my bone folder. Ooh. Okay. You're going to need some dimensionals, of course, to do this card class as well. So I've got them here. I had to open a brand new pack. And we're going to take this piece and we're going to stick it on with dimensionals. Okay. So about 5 should do it. And then we're going to do some really fun pieces onto here. Here's my little dimensional backs tray. All right, so this we're just going to center. Now it's going to be, oh, that didn't fold very well, so we'll flip it over. You see what I'm doing? When I scored this, I must have scored it a little bit off. So when that happens, I could refold it, but I typically just fold it over so that the longer side is on the front and then you can't see it from the front. So that's my little tip for you today. All right, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to center this. It's going to be centered, top and bottom spaces should be evenish and the left and right as well. So, but different spaces on the sides as there is from the top and the bottom. Okay, I hope that made sense. All right, so remember that die I told you guys you're going to see lots of tonight? Here it is, this beautiful one right here. It cuts out the outer heart and then it embosses or like prints in these little tiny stitched dots to make that beautiful design that you can see right here. Like, are these not gorgeous? I just love that die. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these hearts. We're going to use some liquid glue to start with. You could use your seal, use whatever glue you're comfortable with. And we're going to start and kind of go across the card. But you'll see what we're going to do. We're going to take one. You're going to cut this out of the Cajun Craze that you're going to have in your card kit. We're going to stick this one right down here, kind of on an angle, about center, coming off of the first stamped piece. Then we're going to go from side to side and work our way into the middle is what we're going to do. So then I'm going to take my pretty peacock piece. I'm going to cut out the heart as I've done here already. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back. And then we're going to stick it kind of in, like we want it to be a bit in line with that one. A little off the edge here. And glued down. Have you guys seen this card online? Do you know which one I'm casing already? Okay, so next we're going to go with Petal Pink. Same thing, cut that heart out. And I'm going to take, for this one, I'm going to take some dimensionals. Hi, Barb from Rosetown, Saskatchewan. Blowing snow around here too. Oh my gosh. First winter storm for me, and I can honestly say I don't think I'm a fan. Okay, so we're gonna take this heart and we're gonna kind of place it a bit like this. Okay, then we'll go to pool party. So you're gonna again have a square in your kit. You're gonna cut out that beautiful heart, and then we're gonna stick 2 dimensionals on the back. And this is gonna go similar to that first one. It's okay. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can pop this off a little bit. Let's see without wrecking it. I think I could have moved it over just a smidge more. Oh, I do that all the time, and then I wreck my dimensional. This is why it's good to have a million of them in your craft room. I'm just kidding. Lots. I do always have lots of them in my craft room. Okay, we're gonna just smidge that over just a wee bit more. So it shows a little bit more of that heart. Like that. And then we're gonna mirror this one. So they're overlapping in the center a bit. That's cool. Do that. Okay. There. Now, can you guys guess? Oh, you can see it right here. I was gonna say, guess what color we're gonna put in the center? We are going to use wild wheat. Isn't that gorgeous? And it looks so awesome. I think that is honestly what caught my eye about this card was the color scheme they use. And I don't know, I didn't actually look it up. I just eyeballed it from what I could see. To guess what colors they used. The only one I'm not really certain on was this one. They may have used Flirty Flamingo in the one I cased from, but I just loved the colors. So pretty. Whoever designed this card in the Stampin' Up! Online exclusives did a great job. So again, we're just going to stick this, and then you can stick it down here if you want, so you can see all of those colors. But I kind of like it up here where it's going to cover the tops, and then you just sort of see it out the sides. So up to you where you place your hearts. But isn't that gorgeous? All those beautiful dies cut out, that nice subtle background we created. And then we're going to take our label and we're going to lay it right across the front like that. Now you'll notice the label is a bit bigger than the heart. So we're going to take a dimensional. As I said, you need lots of dimensionals. And we're going to put one on each end. All right. And then that is going to get placed right across there. Okay. Now, that is where they stopped on the card that I'm casing it from. They stopped right there. Now, I thought we need a little bit of bling. And so when you purchase the Elegance, Hearts of Elegance suite, which it's not called that. I can't remember what it's called. But you know, the suite we're talking about now, you get these beautiful gold hearts too. So we're going to add some of those for a little bit of extra sparkle to this card. Oh, Michelle, you'll have so much fun once you sit down to play with this set. It is so much fun. So we're going to just peel these off with my fingers, these little hearts. They are adhesive backed. And we'll just put, there's 3 different sizes if you open up that lid there. Okay. And then we'll take another one, maybe a medium-sized one here. Now, when you order, I will include some of these in your kit, okay? It won't be a full pack, but I'll give you a few rows so you have enough to make your beautiful projects. Okay, so there we are, card number 1, except that I have no insert. Where is my insert? All day today, I was in and out of my craft room and outside doing chores and dealing with kittens and cats and all the things. So I'm going to quickly, I must have forgot the insert. So I'm quickly cutting one because you guys know we can't have a naked inside, right? So what we're going to do is on this piece of basic white, we can stamp another sentiment. What do you guys want to stamp on here? My heart belongs to you. You know what? I think what we'll do, I know what we'll do. We'll just take our basic beige again. I'm so glad you guys are loving this card. Didn't they do a great job? I'm just casing the one from the online store. So look there for inspiration sometimes when you get stuck. But when I saw this card, I knew I had to have this stamp set. So again, I'm just stamping and dropping wherever we want it. Just a little subtle in the corner. And then we can go ahead. This ink pad keeps throwing me off. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but it looks green. Like it actually looks green. And so I keep thinking I have the wrong color open, but it is indeed basic beige. All right, so this one will go on the inside here. Okay, now let's close up that basic beige ink pad. We have our cute little XOXO in the corner, and then we can add, these are super, super flat, like thin as a piece of paper flat. And so we can go ahead and add a couple of those on the inside too for a little bit extra sparkle. Okay, there we have it. There is card number 1 for the Hearts of Elegance free with a purchase class. There is my first original sample. All right, now you guys ready for card number 2? Okay, do you guys like it? Like to see these different colors together? To me, that just is like so exciting. I love to see different colors. Typically, when you think of hearts, if you're like me, you think of like pinks and reds and purples, but not necessarily all of these colors together. So I love that. Okay, here's our card number 2. All right, let's pop these pieces out. Okay, got all the pieces. Let me get my sample where I can see it. Okay, so this one, we're going to start with a basic white card base. This is a long one, so 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to fold that in half. And we're going to just burnish that with my bone folder. Okay, next we're going to use some of that beautiful Marbled Elegance paper. This is the one with Melon Mambo. You guys know me, I love pink, and so I was drawn to this one, of course. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to attach it to a piece of basic white. So just with our Stampin' Seal. Okay. This card turned out really pretty too. I love Melon Mambo, of course. And so this one got me really excited when I saw that there was Melon Mambo in here. So now I'm going to make sure my fold is at the top because I've done that before. And then we're going to take some dimensionals and we're going to stick those on the back of this piece. Okay. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and take this one. And what we'll do is we're going to put this across the card a little bit down. So I would say that's about 1/2 inch down from the top. If you wanted to use your grid paper to be sure, you could line it all up, but we're just going to put that down right across our card. So what that does is it gives us a little bit of layered element, gives it a little bit of a shadowing there, so it gives it some depth on our card. So that's why we've done that. Now, same die that I promised you you'd see lots of, I use that to cut out Melon Mambo. So in your kit, you'll get the square of Melon Mambo, and you'll just need to cut this beautiful die out yourself. So that we've got. I used some gold foil. So you'll get a piece of gold foil that you can cut this cute little heart out. That one is also from these dies. So that's this solid one right here. Okay, I just did all the cutting ahead of time to make this video go smoothly and so that I'm not rocking the table with the die cutting machine. So I've cut this one out already. You'll get a piece to cut that. And then I've cut out another banner from the Stylish Shapes, also from gold foil. You will have this in your card kit. And you'll have a little piece of basic white. Okay, so first things first, let's grab our Melon Mambo ink pad. And we're going to stamp. I'm going to have to switch the sentiment here. We're going to use the sentiment, sending lots of love. Okay, so remember, these cards can be used for Valentine's Day, of course, but they can also be used for any occasion throughout the year. So this one, sending lots of love, could be, I mean, the possibilities for that one are endless, right? You can send lots of love for so many different things. So we're going to stamp that. Oh, I need my silicone mat so I can see where I'm placing this. I want centered. Perfect. Okay. Now, that is all the stamping we're going to do on this card. So we've got our sending lots of love. Now, what I want to do is I want to take this banner and I want it to be poking out of the backs of both sides of this. But when I place that on there, oh my gosh, that's not enough. So I'm going to grab my paper snips and I'm just going to cut this banner in half. I'm going to take a little bit of my seal and I'm going to stick it along the, I can get the adhesive to come out. I should have just ran it across my silicone mat. You guys taught me that trick. I always forget. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one side and we're going to put it here. So I'm measuring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles, 6 little points that it's cut out for me. It's going to be my magic measuring. And then I've got that attached. So we'll flip it on over. And what we'll do is we'll take this, we'll line it up where it should be. Oops. And then we're going to pull it across. I didn't put that on very straight, did I? It's okay. And then I'm going to count 6 more to make sure they're even. 2, 4, oh gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If those are too small for you, then don't be as picky as me and just glue it down. Because really, I don't think anybody else is going to count our cute little dots. Okay, so now we have this sweet banner that is going to go for our card. Okay, so you can take those banners and extend them really easily, just like I showed you. All right, another part of this suite that I want to introduce you to is this beautiful gold twisted thread. Now this is kind of like a baker's linen thread, only it is gold and sparkly. Now I will tell you, it's not soft. It's got some coarse feeling to it. It's a bit like a coarse texture. But it is, oh my gosh, you guys, so pretty, so pretty. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to take our Melon Mambo heart. I'm going to grab a little bit of tear tape. This is one I grabbed out of one of my paper pumpkins. They give you quite a bit, and I had all of this left over. It is a beautiful font, isn't it, Dolores? I love it. So we're going to just take this tear tape and put it a small little smidge across the back there. Then I'm going to take a rather large piece of this twine. Now I'll make sure you have some of this in your kit as well. And hopefully it won't get all twisted. I don't usually include twine in my kits because it can get to be a big knotted mess. But for this one, I will include some. And now I have way too much here, but you'll have enough that you need. You're going to take it, double it up, and then tie a bow holding 2 strands together. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to take this and we're going to peel this tear tape. Okay, and we're going to stick this. Okay, can you see what I'm doing here? I'm kind of sticking on an angle, but I do want these pretty loops to hang out behind the heart. Okay, I want them to stick out there. So there we have that. That looks almost as good as I wanted, actually. I was going to do some more fiddling, but maybe we don't need to. So we've got that gold twine behind our Melon Mambo. I do think that looks kind of fun if we just tuck that one up just like this. So let's go ahead, grab another little teeny piece. So basically you're just making your twine kind of cool behind here. So I'm just going to see if I can fold that down. And then attach this with that little piece like that. Okay, now I'm not going to pull my tear and tape apart. I'm just going to leave it like that, just holding these threads in place. Okay. Oh my gosh, how cute is this, right? Just a little gold twine. So what I want to do with this one is I want to take this heart and I'm going to put it down here. So again, we're going to need some dimensionals. We're going to need 1 on each of the top parts of the heart. Okay, if you want to make sure your twine is going to stay in place, grab a piece of it with your dimensional, just like I just did. Hello, Michelle, welcome. Okay, so we've got 1 dimensional on each top. Now, because this is already bumped up, we're going to need a double bump down here. So we're going to take 1 bump it and put it there, peel the back, and then we're going to grab another one and stick it directly over top. So now we have a double bump That's going to keep our heart nice and even when we stick it to the front of the card. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to stick it on an angle. I just want it to look really whimsical and pretty. I love these long tails, so we're just going to leave them for now. Oh my gosh, what are you guys thinking so far? Okay, next we're going to take this cute little sentiment that we made. Remember, we cut that banner and made it longer. I'm going to grab some more dimensionals, and we're going to stick those across our banner. Okay, and this is going to go centered on our beautiful paper. Now you can put it down a bit lower. I'd like to show more of this gold up here. So I'm going to move it down just a little bit. Hi, Judy. Welcome. Okay, that is going to go across just like that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Do you see all that sparkle and shine? I love it. Okay, so we do have this little heart too. For this one, I'm going to take a bump it and I'm going to stick it here on this side. And then I'm going to use either a bit of seal or liquid glue, whatever you prefer, and just add a bit. Is that working? Yes. A bit to the other side. That is going to come down and go onto our heart, kind of like this. I'm going to intentionally, we need a double bump. I forgot. Double bump this guy too, you guys, because the heart down here is double bumped, right? So this also needs to be. Told you, we need a lot of bumpets for this one, this class. Okay, I'm going to give that some medication. Oh, what do you guys think of this pretty card so far? All right, now we need some more sparkle. We have lots of sparkle with our foil and our twine, but we're also going to bring back those cute little gold hearts. And I see my screen is freezing. I don't know if it's freezing on your end too, but it's definitely from the storm and my internet, so please bear with me. Okay, now we're going to take these hearts and we're going to add a few more of them to our card. So let's put a large one. I'm going to do them a little differently than I did on my sample and just see which ones you guys like better. I am going to put one up here, and then maybe we'll grab another heart here. So we've got 3 of these little hearts added. And here is, these kind of need to be trimmed a bit. They're a little bit crazy. Let's not make them quite so long. But they are just twine. And so I love that they're kind of whimsical and hanging off the card, and they'll just fold up nicely to go inside the envelope. So there is card number 2. Now, if you wanted to put something on the inside, you could. Now, let's see what we've got here. Sending lots of love. Now, I'm going to leave mine blank, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't know who I'm sending lots of love to or why yet. So I'm not going to put something in the middle, but you could very easily take other sentiments from this stamp set, like Happy Valentine's Day, Be Mine, Love You. You could just put the XOXO inside again. Lots of options for this one. But I am intentionally going to leave this one naked on the inside. Okay, so you guys like this one too? With another great card using the Hearts of Elegance bundle. So this was the card we just made, and here is my sample one. I did just place the hearts a little differently. But yeah, so we've got card number 1 and number 2 made. Now we're going to go on to card number 3. So let me get arranged here. We're going to need to switch out these sentiments again. This time we are going to use, I'm just sticking them, if you guys can see this, I'm just sticking them on the other side because I know they need to be cleaned. For this card, we're going to use Love You. Oh, that's not big enough. From this block. Yep, that one works. Okay, and I believe that's the only, oh no, this one we need lots of stamping. We are going to stamp the flowers. We're going to stamp the, I don't know, whatever to call these, branches, and we're going to stamp this leaves as well. So let's grab some blocks that are going to facilitate these. Oops. And then that one, we can use this block that was too small. Okay, perfect. We've got all our stamps ready to go. This one, I would say, is a more traditional kind of Valentine's card, but it'd also make a great wedding card or an anniversary card. All right, so for this one, I am starting with a Real Red card base. I've also pulled in the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. If you guys don't have this one, oh my goodness, you're missing out. This one is like one of my go-to favorites. So I've embossed the piece of basic white already with that for the same reason. I don't want my desk shaking all over during the video. So can you guys see how beautiful that is? I just love that embossing. Okay, so I've done that ahead of time. We've cut out a heart already. So this is this heart right here, the bigger of this little cluster. And I cut it out of the Marbled Elegance Designer Series paper. The back is the marble, so you could switch it out if you like, but I want to stick with the stripes because I think it comes together really well. I've already pre-cut some of my images we're going to stamp. And then I've got another strip of the stripes going the opposite direction. And then we have some Flirty Flamingo and white. So this is more of what I would consider a traditional Valentine's color scheme with Real Red, Flirty Flamingo, and white. But as I said, this can be used for anything, and you could totally swap the colors completely and recreate this card too. All right, so let me take all the pieces off. I will include this piece for you, but you'll need to emboss it with whatever folder you want. So if you don't already have this one, something else will work for you too. Okay, so this is a bookbinding card. So it is 4 1/4 by 11. I've scored it in half at 5 1/2, and then I've scored it 1 1/4 inches later, so at 6 3/4. Okay, so we're gonna fold it in half at the 5 1/2. And then if you haven't made a bookbinding card before, this is what the trick is. So then you just fold this one back on itself like that, okay? And it's good to always use your bone folder for the creases too. Okay, so now we'll open it up, and in between those two score lines, we're gonna take some adhesive and we're just gonna glue that splat down. I just saw Michelle's comment about your kitten is so cute. They're so much fun. She is fun, but she definitely needs a name. And now I'm rethinking Chloe because of Jennifer's comment about having different syllables. So I don't know. I don't know why her name is so tricky this time. All right. So there is our bookbinding card in Real Red. Next thing we're going to do is take our striped piece here, and we can go ahead and just adhere that down the side. Jennifer is asking how old the kitten is. She's 10 weeks old. She's very tiny. Very tiny. She goes to the vet on Thursday for her first shot. Okay. There is our binding of our front of our card with those pretty stripes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our Flirty Flamingo, okay? And then we're going to take our embossed piece of white. So if yours is, when you get it, you're going to want to emboss it with whichever embossing folder you have or you love. My suggestion, of course, would be to have this Eyelet 3D embossing folder. If you don't already, you might want to add it to that order. It is so pretty. Okay, and then we're just going to scooch that over to try and get it centered. All right, there we go. So isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I can't get enough of that pattern. So pretty. Okay, that is going to get attached on the center here. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll do some stamping. That is going to get centered. Okay. See our book fold already? So cute. And take that off to the side. Now I've pre-cut my flowers, 2 of the leaves, and then 1 branch. Oh, here comes Kitty again. Let's see what she does. Okay, so for the ink pads for this one, we're going to use Flirty Flamingo and Old Olive. And if you are more comfortable stamping and then die cutting, by all means do that. when I'm doing videos, especially, I like to do it this way. And I'm finding more and more, I do this even when I'm just crafting for myself or designing. So it's really easy. I just got to move this down a bit. Let me take that banner off so you guys can still see. I need it to be in eyesight so I can see over top. So you can line this up really easily. And having the silicone mat underneath helps for positioning because you can see the white on it really well. So there is flower number 1. Okay, little kitty. Let's go back down here. Maybe I should call her Craft. Okay. We're going to take this one and we're going to stamp it again here. Remember, I'm using Flirty Flamingo. And then we're going to take Old Olive. And Old Olive is what we're going to use to stamp our leaves and our branch here. So I'm going to ink this one up first. And then position this. Oh my gosh, she's climbing up my back, you guys. Okay, let's see if I can get this with the cat on my back. There we go. Okay, so our branch is stamped there. And then we'll take our 2 sets of leaves here. I just have to show you guys. Seriously, this is hilarious. This is what she's decided to do. So if we can stamp through this card with a kitten on our shoulders. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and we'll stamp this one. And then we'll stamp this one. Okay. We did it. We stamped even though the kitten is climbing up my back. Alrighty, so let's bring our card back in. And now we're going to take our beautiful heart. Actually, we'll get the heart assembled first, and then we'll put it on the card. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our card, we're going to take our beautiful flowers we stamped, and we're going to position them down on here, kind of like this. However we want to make these. And then we're going to take some leaves and we're going to stick some up here. Maybe some down here. And then this pretty branch here can go right here along the edge of the heart. So it's kind of framing that whole bottom section of the heart. What do you guys think? I think this turned out super pretty. I love it. So now we're going to just make it all stick together. We're going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I like the placement of this, so I'm going to try and hold them together while I lift them up, flip them over, and then I'm going to grab that dimensional to hold those 2. Judy, Callie is what I was thinking. I was like, Callie Cat kind of has a cute little ring to it, right? That was one of our initial thoughts too. Callie and Cleo has a bit of a ring as well. Okay, so now we're going to take this flower, and stick it back where it was, and put that one down. Okay, same thing on the next one. We'll take this, flip it over. Add those. She's still sitting on my neck. She's totally intently watching this crafting demonstration. Okay, this one here can go back where it was, around there. And then we'll do our last little branch of leaves here. Remember, if you guys love these cards and you're here in Canada, you just got to place an order through my online store, $60 before shipping and tax. I'm going to send you this card class for free, 2 of each of the cards we're making. All right, so there is our sweet, pretty heart. You guys love it? I think those colors are so pretty together. All right, now we'll pull this back in and we're going to flip the heart over and add some more dimensionals. Now, we haven't used an entire sheet yet, but if you do your cards exactly like I do, and you do 2 of each, you might just get through an entire sheet of dimensionals. Okay, this is going to go in the center of our card here. Oh, here she comes. Okay, little Missy over here. Down here. Okay, now we're going to grab that twine again. Sorry, distractions from the kitty. We're going to take some of this beautiful twine and we're going to wrap it around our bookbinding edge here. Now I'm going to cut it. But quite a long piece again. So remember, you'll get some of this in your kit when you order. I'll make sure to include that with your card kit. And then we're just going to take it. Now this is the tricky part, is holding this tight so it stays nice and taut against the cardstock after it's been tied. So let's see if we can do it first time. Nope, see what happens? And then it comes up like this. All right, let's try that again. Took me a couple tries on my initial card too, but I eventually did get it. So bear with me. Anybody has a trick for this? Let me know, because I am forever. I can tie bows really well, but getting them tight gets a little bit challenging. So let's just go like this. Oh, thanks so much, Tracy. I don't know. Well, that's not too bad. It's not as tight as I'd like it, but it'll work for tonight. You can always stick a glue dot behind your knot here if you wanted to, if you don't get it quite tight enough. So we've got this cute little bow. In fact, I think the bow should be, let's manipulate it a bit to turn it this way. It'll look a little nicer. We can tweak these in. I do have reverse tweezers. What a fabulous idea, Judy. Thank you. And Dolores. Dolores said it too. I do have them, and that would have made all the difference. Why have I never thought of that? I have reverse tweezers right here. Okay, let me see if I can do it with tweezers, you guys. So you just hold it like this. Oh my gosh, you guys are geniuses. See? What a great team we make. Wow, game changer. Love it. Thank you guys. Thank you for your suggestions. That's a huge help. Okay, now we'll fix that in a minute. Alrighty, so now we're gonna take the inside. This is just a few more steps to get this one finished. We're gonna take this piece of white for the inside of the card and some black ink. And all I'm going to do is stamp "Love You" on the inside. Making sure it's nice and inked up. To say that I love this font would be a huge understatement. Like, it is so pretty. Is that not just beautiful? It's like the perfect Valentine's love themed font. I love it. Okay, that can go now on the inside of our card. Hi, Sheila. Nice to see you. All right, let's put that off to the side. Now we're going to bring back these hearts. Remember, I told you when you order and you get the free class, I'm going to give you a few strips of these so you have lots of them to use on your cards. And I'm going to put a couple of these on our card front here. Can you guys hear the kitty? She's meowing. She does not want to be in here anymore. Or she wants some attention, one of the two. And then let's take a little guy, maybe not quite little, a medium one, and put it up there. Now we can tweak this bow just a wee bit. I wish it was more sideways. We're almost done, almost done. You know what? It doesn't even matter. It's just so pretty, that twine. And I kind of love how it's just like all over the place. But when you go to put it in your envelope, remember, you can just like tuck it in. And then when they pull it out, it'll be nice and pretty like that. So that is it. That is my free card class. Now, I know it's a bit weird. I didn't put a sentiment on the front of the card tonight, but I think it looks really pretty without it. And then you can use this card for whatever you want. If you, of course, want to add something to the front, by all means, go ahead, change it up, make them your own. Mine are just samples, ideas for your inspiration. They do not need to look exactly like mine by any means. So here are the cards we made. Let's do a little replay. This was the last card, card number 3, and I'm dying to know what your guys' favorite is. Then card number 2 was this one right here. Okay, with that beautiful melon mambo and lots of gold sparkle. And then we did this, let me get rid of these dimensional backs. This pretty multicolored heart. So I think that is a really good representation of what this beautiful Hearts of Elegance bundle can do. Of course, there are so many other options and so many more ideas, but this is just a place to get you started. So if you are loving these cards and maybe you want to buy this bundle, why not order it now if you're here in Canada? Use the host code. I'll pop that back up again. And if you order from now until, oh dear, what's the date on Monday? The 25th? Midnight on the 25th using this host code, you'll qualify for the free card class. So I'll send you the card kits to make all 6 of these cards. You'll just need to make sure you have the stamp set and the dies, and I'll give you all of the paper bits and pieces. All right, what are your guys' favorites? I'm looking through the comments right now. I'm going to actually flip the camera. I'm going to turn the light off, and then I'm going to come back to there. There we go. And see what you guys are thinking of the cards. So Lucky 3 is your favorite, Sonia. Awesome. Thanks, Kathy. She is a cutie pie. She just needs a name. Kathy just bought this set. Oh my gosh, you're going to love it. It's so beautiful. Thank you guys for your comments on the cards. Thank you so much for being here and watching along. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please be sure that you do. You'll get notified each time I come live. Right now, I'm live every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And occasionally I do pop in for some extra ones as well. So make sure to subscribe. Thanks, Tina. She loves all the cards. Jody's favorite is number 2. Beverly likes number 3. Paula's fan of number 2, and Kathy's number 3. Carol number 1. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many different favorites. I love it. Card 3 is your favorite, Louise. Rainbow color cards for number 1, Lynn. Yes, I had the same thought. Thank you guys all so very much for coming and crafting with Kitty and I tonight, and for being patient with my internet connection, and of course, little Kitty here who was trying to stamp along with us. All right, Ina likes number 3 best. Number 3 is definitely what I would consider more of a traditional Valentine's Day card for sure. So don't forget, get those orders in if you live here in Canada. The link is in the description of the video today, and the host code is right there on the screen if you don't want to use the link. As we all know, here in Canada, Canada Post is currently on strike, and so I can't guarantee when the class kits will get mailed out, which is why I switched from Christmas to Valentine's Day. So we have lots of time to get these kits to you, and hopefully they'll get to you before Valentine's Day, and you'll have lots of time to make them. Thank you for the reminder, Barb. Don't forget to check the thumbs up button if you're on YouTube. Hit the little heart if you're on Facebook. All of that really helps the algorithms to spread the word and find other stamping friends to come with us. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, send me a message. If you're watching the replay, hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you've joined us. Leave me a comment and I'll be sure to respond back as well. So that is it for this week. I will see you back here next week on the 26th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'll have something really fun planned. So be sure to join back then. Thank you so much. Cheers.